we're stepping into the strange and emotional terrains of modern work, where giving 2 week notice is disrespectful, where companies try to turn employees into contractors while still demanding 40 hours in the office, and where promotions can create tensions at home instead of celebration. We're also talking about trust, logic, and the uneasy feeling when a partner turns off their location and your brain fills in the blanks. This is part of the show where we admit that adulthood is often a mess of mixed signal and mismatched expectations. That last bit is more often the case than not. People don't really clearly express their expectations, and then somebody fails them, but they didn't know that was the expectation. It's pretty hard to meet an expectation you had no idea you were supposed to meet.
That's dysfunctional. I'm judging you by standards I'm not telling you about.
No, it should be obvious. Well, clearly it wasn't. And some of the things aren't as obvious as we think. But anyway, so let's just jump right into this one.
Okay. I put in my 2 weeks and was told that was disrespectful and the bare minimum. Is that true?
No. 2 weeks is courtesy. When they fire you, do they give you 2 weeks? Sometimes. Sometimes they give you 6 week notice when they lay you off, depending. But oftentimes, more often than not, frankly, you just get a call or an email or don't come into work that day, right? Or they just let you go at the end of the day. This is it's a courtesy. It's not a requirement. In the United States, in other countries, like France, it's actually quite hard to quit your job because you have so many worker protections to protect them from firing you. They have to have protections for the company as well.
Yeah.
Because they're investing a lot in you.
Yeah.
So, but in America, generally speaking, at will means at will. You can leave whenever you want. You don't need to give them anything. You can just call up one day, I'm tired of you. I'm not coming in. Send me my check. That's it. That's all you've really got to do.
Yeah.
You can make it official by sending a letter or an email, but get it in writing. But you're not required to do anything. It's a courtesy. And tell them to stuff it. Quite frankly, most of the places I have worked for, what they've done is, could you wrap stuff up or teach, person B to how to do your job or whatever, get to fill in. If you can get that done in 3 days, they pay you for the 2 weeks, and off you go because you get short timer's disease. And it's just better to leave on good terms rather than let it drag out even for the 2 weeks.
Yeah. Usually they do that.
Yeah. Well, and it depends. I mean, if you're working at a fast food place, that kind of thing doesn't matter.
No, they don't.
You're just working a shift.
Yeah.
But it really kind of depends. But no, it is not required. And if they feel it's disrespectful, you've just proven why you're leaving.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Not caring about you.
Yep. Okay.
Have you ever seen mass exodus after a respected employee quit or got fired? I haven't seen a mass exodus, but I've seen a mass influx. This one director, she came on board. Next thing you know, all these people, we follow her everywhere she goes.
She's got some loyalty with her. Well, I haven't seen a mass exodus, but I have seen a slow erosion where, people don't leave all at once. Everybody just starts making their exit plans because it's the sign that things have changed. The company they used to work for, that they hired for, that they've spent all this time for is no longer the same.
Yeah.
And so now they're looking for a way out. And when they find one, they're gone. They're just no longer going to be loyal, which is, let's be honest, there's no loyalty in business. And if you do have it, you're not doing business properly. I mean, loyalty has its end, right? For them and for you. Once it's no longer economically viable or it's no longer advantageous to your lifestyle, needs, wants, desires, whatever, right? Once the intersections of needs no longer meet, you go the other way. It's less committed than a marriage. Your wife gets a better job across the country. Guess what? You're moving across the country. Your job can take a hike, right?
Yeah.
It's just a job. You can get another one. push comes to shove, what's going to go first, your job or your family? Your job every time. If you're a spouse person, gets the opportunity of a lifetime, life changing, not just life changing opportunity, let's say a generational changing opportunity across the country. Are you going to stay in your 6-figure job because it's fun? No, you're leaving. Everybody's going to leave. And if I might get it, some people have a sense of duty and whatnot. They spent a lot of time, this, sunken cost, but ultimately you're leaving because that's generational. So mass exodus, I have never seen it, but I have seen where essentially you're losing all of your best employees slowly over time. It's just the beginning of the melting away. Yeah. And then you end up with a bunch of employees who only care about the paycheck. So, okay.
Partner got a promotion at the same company I work at, and I'm feeling like it's hard to celebrate for him. Or celebrate him. Now they have a common law marriage, and this is a female about her husband.
Yeah.
And she worked hard for it too, and he got it.
Yeah. Well, if you work in the same spot, these kind of things are going to happen. And it's okay, actually. This is one of those things in a relationship where what you do is you put your big girl pants on and you pretend.
You do. You pretend.
You do the exact same thing if the shoe had been on the other foot. He's going to be disappointed and you're going to pretend. Now, in a week, you can tell him the truth that you were actually disappointed, but you'll have gotten through the part of it by then, right? And so you can actually look back at it as kind of a war story because you'll have supported him through it. But at the same time, you can tell him that you were really disappointed you didn't get it. It hurt you more than you thought it would, which is what's happened.
Yeah.
So
I would. Oh, that's a good advice. Yeah. Don't do it right now.
No, because then you're undercutting your support.
And come on, you can fake it for a week. Come on.
Yep. Just all you got to do is fake it.
Be there for him. This is the rough stuff. This is the stuff that's not talked about very often in partnerships.
Yeah. Sometimes you're the one who's got to eat the poop sandwich.
Yeah.
So your partner can enjoy a big win.
Yeah.
And you know what? He'll do the same thing for you if it's a real partnership.
He will.
And he might have already done it, and you just don't even know it because he faked it good enough. And men, we're not going to tell you later. We forget. It's not that we don't intend to. We actually intended.
Sure. You just don't want the emotional confrontation.
No, but in a week, it's no longer important enough for us to have it a big deal. It's kind of solved itself. And so, because we've gotten through the emotion of the moment, our pretend support for you turned into genuine support for you. And so the problem solved itself. We're not like women. We don't have the need to go back and review our things once this issue's been solved. And so then we just forget to talk to you about it until 6 months later, and we're just sitting around BSing, and it comes up in some goofy conversation. And next thing you know, we're in trouble for, I don't know why. That's what happens. Sorry. I never said we're bright. We're not, well, anyway. Not sure how to describe that one. Okay, what's next?
Okay. Did I get a scam job offer if there was no interview? They emailed him questions.
Probably.
It's probably a scam.
Of some form. End up being an appointment center type thing, where you're trying to get people to. It may not be a scam, but it's probably not a very legitimate job. We'll put it that way. You might end up having to cold call people to get them to schedule timeshare appointments or something, right?
Yeah.
It's probably happened more in our day than modern day, but who knows what you're doing. Get people to sign into credit card abatement programs that are actually bad for them. who knows? There's all kinds of things that technically not scams, but you probably don't want to get involved with. So,
Okay.
but scam or not, it's probably something you don't want to get involved with. Okay.
My job suggested switching me from W-2 to a self-employed contractor, but still expecting me in the office 40 hours a week.
Well, see, here's the thing. If they want to switch you to a contractor, then you get to decide how you fulfill that contract. They no longer get to control how you fulfill that contract. Now, there is some wiggle room in that, but because you're already an employee doing the same job, that wiggle room is essentially evaporated, at least on a legal perspective. So they have to give you far more control than you would otherwise have.
Yeah.
You can't just shift you over to be a contractor and you expect you to work under the same conditions.
That's right.
Yes, you have to put in 40 hours of work. Has to be there, but you get to choose when that happens. Maybe you work 410s because now you can. Maybe you work 312s and 4 hours on a Saturday because you can. You're now your own employee. So how you fulfill that becomes they no longer get to control your schedule. So that's part of it. So if they want you to be a contractor because it eases their tax burden, which is fine. I have no problem with that, but I'm going to get the benefit of that. You're either going to give me more cash because I'm saving you cash that's coming my way. At least half of your savings is coming my way. Right? Just is. It's going to benefit me, and I get to control my schedule now. And quite frankly, it's you give me the work I need to finish each week, and I'm going to finish it. If I finish it in 30 hours or 40 hours, it's none of your freaking business.
Yeah.
You now have the power, especially if you're good at your job, and then you're hard to replace. You've got them over the barrel. But there's lots of benefits to being a contractor because then you can work for some other places, but you have the power to negotiate your working conditions and don't let them dictate it to you. So there you go. Okay.
All right. Boyfriend turned off location while out with his coworkers. I have the urge to break up with him. How do I think of this logically?
Why were you looking at his location when you were out with his friends?
She wanted to know where he was. They went to a strip club.
Gee, I wonder why I turned it off. But the issue is, why are you looking in the first place?
She wanted to know.
Did you?
What is he doing?
He went to the strip club with his buddies, and he knew you're going to have an issue, so he turned off the thing. So how did she know he went to the strip club?
She just knows.
Oh, she just knows.
Yeah, we know.
You just know.
We do. The glitter on your face, kind of.
Well, that can happen at a bar, especially these days. All these people walking around with all kinds of furry stuff and sparkles falling all over them, and people with wings walking around, and you can get glitter on you from all over the place. But there's also the thing that his phone was nearly dead, so he turned it off.
No, he changed the location.
Well, how does
the locator? She turned off the locator.
Yes, that happens when you turn off your phone to say, or it goes into battery save mode. All kinds of times that my phone turns that off at 20%.
Oh, that explains a lot.
To save batteries.
I have no idea how to check your location. I'm giving you shit.
There's no service you're connected to that can check my location, quite frankly.
Yeah, see?
Well, you probably could. You could probably get one of the kids to hack into yeah, but could you figure out which account it was that's logged in? Because you actually can. You can log into my computer.
I'm going to ask your kids, hey, can you help me spy on your day?
Well, if you really had to find me.
Okay. I was thinking just if I was paranoid or something.
They could figure it out. You just have to figure out which Google account that phone is connected to. And I never remember. I always have to check the phone. So good luck with that. But then theoretically, you could be able to log into my computer and use the Find My Phone.
Wah, wah,
I guess.
wah.
Yeah, we've gone.
Wah,
We've
wah.
We've gone on long too fast. All right. All right, but how do you think of this logically? Let's actually answer her question.
Yes.
Let's actually, instead of us rambling
Well,
nonsense.
it doesn't mean, as we just established, it doesn't mean that he turned it off the location. It could have had something to do with his phone.
The phone, the battery. He could have turned it off because he went to the strip club and he didn't want you to flip out. Or maybe he was going bar crawling and he didn't want you to flip out. Who knows?
Yeah.
He's out with his boys. Let him turn off the phones and just have a night out.
Let him be crazy.
Yeah.
Let him run wild. They need to do that. Don't you need to run wild? I do.
And let's be honest, most of the time when you're out with the boys, you're too much of an idiot to be doing anything stupid.
They're not doing nothing. They're just talking shit.
Largely speaking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they might be doing something. Nothing productive. But they might be doing something. Maybe bar crawling, maybe at a sports bar watching a game, eating hot wings and talking when they were 16 and could actually jump, things like that. I could do that when I was 16. Yeah, so we all could. That's nice. It's what happens. So, but how do you stop worrying about it? I mean, do you have an expectation that he leaves his thing on? Or she just, I'm more worried about her that she's feels the need to check.
I know there's something wrong here that she's not trusting him. Why can't he go out to a strip club
without her having to check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't he go out with the boys and
Now, maybe there's other legitimate reasons for her to be worried, and she just didn't express it.
Okay.
But based upon what we know, she's being a little overpossessive.
She's insecure.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
And
it's okay. He's not doing nothing. Maybe he's looking at some boobies, but that's about all. He's not doing nothing.
Yeah. So if you want to keep him from doing anything, you support his night outs with the boys to blow off some steam and kind of remember that, I don't want to do that too often. It's nice once every 6-8 weeks or whatever, but I'm getting old. You need to be reminded about that 30. So
yeah.
All right. What's next?
Why are the employees who don't want the opportunities are the ones who usually get it?
Well, A, just because you don't think they want the opportunities doesn't mean they don't. And B, because they just do the job. And so the opportunities come. They do the difficult tasks without making any waves, without needing a bunch of management. That's very attractive to employers, right? Self-starter, you're self-sufficient, you make decent decisions, you don't need constant supervision. Hey, guess what? You're promotion material. If you're constantly whining, brown nosing, angling for things, stabbing people in the back, you're untrustworthy. Yeah. So just do your job and put yourself in position to be noticed.
Yeah.
It's what you do. That's how people have advanced for a long time. Sure, some people can play the politics game quite well and advance quickly. But that's really dependent on the culture of the organization. So, sometimes it's highly active, sometimes it's being quietly, working in the corner. And your boss happens to notice people quietly working in the corner. Yeah. So you kind of have to know your organization.
Right.
So,
okay.
But just your perception that somebody doesn't want an opportunity doesn't mean someone doesn't want the opportunity. Their strategy to getting it is different than what you would expect. So that's all that is happening. So maybe the thing to learn here is to alter your strategy. whatever strategy you're using is failing. So change your strategy, change your approach. When you want a, opportunity, how are you signaling this desire for an opportunity? Are you signaling it in your competence? Are you signaling it in your willingness to take on difficult tasks? Or are you just telling people you want it and you'll be great at it? Trust me, I'm awesome. While you're screwing up half of what you're not even getting done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So if you're navigating a workplace that feels upside down or a relationship moment that's stirring up more fear than clarity, you are not alone. Take a breath. You're allowed to want fairness, honesty, and stability. So that's it for me and Lovey tonight. Have a good night. And please remember to love everybody.
Good night.